All right, let's finish up with 5 questions with Rishi Desai. Here we go. Number
Okay.
one, Rishi, if you were never a doctor, what would you be doing right now? And I heard you tell Ken Jeong you wanted to be a stand-up comedian. So if that's it, fine. But dream big here. What would you be?
I think if I could, yeah, I think stand up would be awesome. That's one thing for sure. I think another thing I would want to do is there are these math problems that like are deemed unsolvable. I would probably try to seriously like just lock myself in a room and like spend time with one of them. Like that's truly what I would want to do long term. And I think maybe on nights and weekends go and do stand up. Like that would be some combination there would be amazing.
I'm picturing you like John Nash in A Beautiful Mind. You're writing on a window.
I think, to be honest, this would be the other version of that movie, the boring version, where like nothing is actually discovered. It's just like 2 hours of like
Yeah.
me getting confused by something that I wrote yesterday. I'm like, what was I thinking? And then the movie plays credits. You're like, what the hell was that movie? That was terrible. That's more like what it would be. But yeah, I think I would still find joy in doing that.
Yeah. All right. You're a UCLA graduate, as we've talked about. You need to justify to me, your friend, how you could allow yourself to attend USC for your fellowship.
So I'll say this: when I was at USC, when I got there, I negotiated before I even stepped foot at USC. I negotiated that I could get my MPH at UCLA. So that was part of the deal.
I see.
Was that I could go across town and spend time at UCLA.
Yeah.
And so even while at USC in enemy territory, I was still brewing at heart.
You're still bleeding.
I was.
Gold.
I was.
All right. We just switched to Jordan brand. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the great things about medicine is it affords us the opportunity to travel the country, travel the world. I myself have been all over Midwest, East Coast, West Coast. You've traveled around the country as well as abroad. What's been your favorite destination along these travels?
So I rarely kind of pine for going back to a place. Like, will I, really want to go back to a place? One place I would love to go back to, if I could, would be Kyoto, Japan.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that city and that country, but that city particularly, I just really, really loved Kyoto. To be honest, like the whole time I was there, I was like, is this real? Like I felt like I was like pinching myself over and over. So
yeah,
I absolutely loved Kyoto, and I would go back in a second. I can't say enough about it.
Kyoto's full of like older temples and a lot of history.
Yeah, and they have this like beautiful like river walk on the east side of the city. They have like these beautiful like forests that you can kind of meander through on the left, like in the west. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, and not too far from there, I think, is Nara, which is this little town where just deer are like walking through the city. It's just like their thing, and they're like deer are like squirrels in this place, and they just roam the streets. It's wild.
Yeah.
Awesome. Japan is great. Okay, you've lived now in the Bay Area for many years. You are from Southern California originally, if I'm not mistaken. You grew up a Los Angeles Lakers fan, but you've been in the Bay Area during the Dynasty Dubs era. Have you jumped ship, ditched the Lakers? Are you a Steph Curry fanatic? Are you a Golden State Warrior fan now?
I am. I'm a huge Golden State Warriors fan, but I'm also a fair weather fan. So I'm right now.
So right now they're dead to you.
Exactly. So I'm a huge Suns fan right now, and I'm so excited to see what happens in the finals. But yeah, so I was so stoked to see and to be here when they were going through their dynasty. That was exciting.
Yeah. It may not be over. Everybody tells me it's over, but
we'll see what trades happen.
Who's your favorite Laker of all time?
My favorite Laker?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up watching Magic Johnson and Kareem and Worthy, and so I love that crew. But then when I just got really hardcore into the Lakers, was when it was the 2000, 2001 era of Shaq and Kobe. And so yeah, I'm a huge Kobe fan.
Hard not to root for.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 5, politics aside, what is your pitch to those who are wary of the COVID-19 vaccine?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I would say that anything you've heard that COVID-19 vaccine can do, like you've heard blood clots, you've heard it can cause, that's probably the main one, but like it can cause you to have some pain, soreness, fever, whatever. Anything you've heard it can do, multiply it by 1,000, and that's what COVID-19 disease can do to you. And so if any of those things are worrisome to you, or your family go like, oh, I don't want a blood clot, or I don't want this, or I don't want that, that's valid. But now that should only just encourage you to get the vaccine because it's 1,000th of what the disease does. And also on a very personal note, my grandfather died of COVID-19. I have other loved ones that have died of COVID-19. So it's not this theoretical thing that could happen. I've had younger folks that have gotten real sick in the ICU with COVID-19 in my family. So it's not this like numbers thing. Like it really hits home. And when it's your family, you immediately see the point of the vaccine.
Sure. Rish, again, thanks so much for coming on. We got the Osmosis website up as well as our website. And you guys have a YouTube channel as well, which puts out awesome content, as you said. So please check them out. Check out our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, share, continue to listen. Rishi, keep doing what you're doing. And can't wait to see you next time in person. We'll grab a beer and catch up again.
Thanks, man. That was awesome.
All right. Take care.